Good morning, church. For those who don't know me, my name is Grant Green, and because of something I experienced, it's made me create this video today. And I want to know if you guys know, why are Ponzi schemes still going on in 2025? And hopefully today you guys can help me to end Ponzi schemes forever. So if the information you see here today is influential and can help many others out there, please share it. Today we're going to give you guys a history about Ponzi schemes, how they started to almost how they finish. And I'm going to show you guys how Ponzi schemes are still being ran in 2025 today. The interesting thing that I want to address in this video is Ponzi schemes haven't changed much since the 1920s. That's when it started. There was a guy named Charles Ponzi that started Ponzi schemes in the 1920s, which is over 100 years ago. This gentleman, just like most Ponzi schemes, just started out with robbing Peter. There's another iconic scam artist, and his name is Bernie Madoff. A lot of people know him in 2008 or the mid 2000s, early 2000s. He was caught doing a $65 billion Ponzi scheme, and it was the same thing, that he was promising people high yields. He was promising that he could give them 100% a year off their returns. A lot of people trusted and believed in this gentleman because he was in the stock market and doing stocks and trading stocks for many years, and they lost everything, man. Some people lost their life savings, got wiped out, their 401ks, everything got lost in these Ponzi schemes. They also use people like you and me to help carry out the Ponzi scheme. So a lot of the people don't know who the actual starter or creator of the actual Ponzi scheme is, and people say like, oh, there's this gentleman I'm going to show in this video. He was the guy that I met that showed people about this company, and in his meeting he kept specifying and saying, I do not know the owner of this company, and I love that. And I was thinking to myself then, I'm like, why would you want to know the owner of this company? That's not a good thing if you don't know the owner of the company that you're invested in. And the sad part, in 2025, Ponzi schemes are still happening today. And I'm going to show you one that's going on in South Florida. One of the most things that people need to understand about these Ponzi schemes is that they target areas of people of color, people that need something, need help, people who don't make enough money. You know what I mean? Those are the type of areas that Ponzi schemes thrive in. You don't have an email for the company that you're invested in. You don't know anybody that works in the actual company. You don't see the company on Sunbiz. The company doesn't have an email address. There's just so many red flags to identify if you're really actually investing into a business or you're doing a Ponzi scheme. And I think a lot of times people overlook it. You know why? Because of that ROI. People in Ponzi schemes are telling people that they're going to make tons of money in ROI. Meaning, for the Ponzi scheme that I know that my family got into, they were promised 1,000% this year.
The rental of the school.
That's the passive income.
Passive income.
Just pushing the button. As a matter of fact, for the more reasonable number, for the 10,700, you could do another calculation for 331 times 365.
331 times
365.
128.50.
Okay, so instead of 86,500 per year, you're now at 120. An increase in income just because they say so. Nobody asked for increase, nobody asked for any changes. The company just does it.
So if they gave $10,000, they will receive $120,000, which is almost impossible with no labor. Another thing in Ponzi schemes, they tell people you don't have to do anything. We're gonna do all the work for you. All you gotta do is press a button to turn it on and press a button to turn it off.
Scooters get placed in profitable locations. Lease your scooter package via LSSC platform, and you earn income every time it's rented. Bonus is available for introducing others. So as you see, there is a passive income and a dynamic income in the system. The passive income is you pushing a button. You're pushing a button, and after pushing the button, 4 hours later, you push another button and you get paid. If you are at any level you do the exact same job. If you're at the 960 level,
And you're gonna get paid $300 to $500 a day for turning on and off a button. What people are getting paid like that in the real world? No one is. So these are the signs that I'm telling you. Today we can stop Ponzi schemes. Today we can stop people from the delusion and the fantasy, man. Ponzi schemes are nothing but fantasy. It could happen to older people. It could happen to kids that's just getting out of high school. It could happen to single mothers. It could happen to, fathers that have been working so hard for so many years, working 2 and 3 jobs and just want to figure out a way to get out of their struggle. But a way to get out of your struggle is not by giving your money for someone to flip for you, right away, or they can flip your money 100% in 1 month. And another thing I always want people to know, and this is what this channel is about and why I started this channel, it's about, man, utilizing your real skills in life to produce income. Carpenter wouldn't know how to run a restaurant business or ice cream shop because they only know how to build things. So when someone like that takes their money and puts it and says, hey, I'm gonna start a restaurant, or hey, I'm gonna start a golf place, or I'm going to start a dry cleaner business, and you have no experience, no knowledge around that, the only thing you're gonna do is lose, because you have no skill in it, you have no know-how in it, you have no repetition in it, you don't know anything about it. If you were in a business like that and you found a partner that knew everything about the business, he's been in it for 20 years, and you had no skills at all, that sounds like a better reason for you to invest, because you have someone that has a track record. And that's what people look at when they see Ponzi schemes. They're gonna tell you, hey, all these people are making money. These people have been in here for a long time. This company has been around for a long time. This company's in China, it's been in Europe, it's been in all these different places, but they don't know anybody that can tell you or show you this information. This is all based off what the scam tells them. This is where it gets more delusional and fantasy as well too, because you can't believe the hype. You know what I mean? That was one of the biggest things where Ponzi schemes went on so long, is that people were believing in the program. So one of the programs about Ponzi schemes is that they don't want you to take out money. So remember this, and this is a big learning lesson for a lot of people, even for me myself, because in my family getting into the situation, I ended up meeting a lady that needed to transfer her money. So one of the things in Ponzi schemes, and this is something that people don't really know, I gotta try to see how I can spin this video and bring it full circle. But the way they're doing Ponzi scheme in 2025 is that they're using crypto to tell you that they have a crypto business or something like that, or a business dealing with crypto or Bitcoin, some way. If it's scooters, if it's some kind of investment with robots, or if it's a management portfolio company, they're always using crypto these days to make the transfer for you to put your money in there. But the reason why they're using crypto is because crypto is untrackable, untraceable once you send it to the wallet address. So once you send your money to a crypto wallet address, your money's gone forever. You can't receive it back, So a lot of people think that, oh, I'm doing this business investment that's dealing with Bitcoin or Ethereum or all these different names that they heard. But in reality, all you're doing is taking your crypto, your Bitcoin, and giving it to someone else. And they're going to be keeping that. And now they got more Bitcoin. And another thing to look for to identify if this is a scam is Ponzi scam. As if they don't have an application on Google App Store. That's very important, guys. That's almost essential to knowing if you're in something real or not. So if they're not able to get on Google and they don't have an app store, the reason they don't have that is because the app store, you have to be approved as a company for you to get onto the app store, and they have to go over your app and review it and all these things to see if it's safe for consumers to consume. Now, if they see that your app is dangerous or scamish or targeting people in the wrong way, you wouldn't be able to do it. But what you could create is a landing page, and a landing page is a website which anybody can create. And on your website, you can create functionalities for people to believe that they're making money and don't even know they're not making money, So if you are signing on to a website that someone created, you're not going into your app store. They just tell you, hey, plug in this website on your browser, and that's where you sign up at, and you get it's a scam. They're telling you that the business is, because how they make it seem is that this business is not about bringing people into the business. That's how they always say, like, oh, we're not here to get you to get your cousin and your brother and your sister and we're here for you to make money, and you can make money with us every month. You can make 10,000 with us every month by giving us your money. But if you want to get the option to win a G-Wagon, if you want to get the option to win a Toyota Yaris, if you want to get the option to get an iPad and a new iPhone and a vacation and all, well, sell your family. We need your family. If you sign up this many people, you get this many points, and that gets you this much closer to winning this new car or this vacation and da 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 da. That's where the scam is too, where it would have you start to get your family members, your brother, your cousin, all these people, and now you got those people wrapped up in this thing who are innocent bystanders, but you're doing it because they're telling you that they're going to give you points. You're not realizing that what they really want is to bring your family in too, so that that way they can bleed your family dry. So not only you, like in the Ponzi scheme that my family got into, it was 12 of them. So it started off at maybe 3 people, and then 3 people told a couple other people, then it became 5, and then it became 7, and it became 12 people in a very short amount of time, because, you know, one person started telling this person, and that person started this, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going to show you how I tried to help my family and stop them from getting into this Ponzi scheme. But as you can see, it didn't work. And I tried everything, getting research, doing anything I can think of to see how I can help them to get out of the situation. I just couldn't. So I believe today is July 20th, 2025. And officially, I just want to report this, that my mom has got involved into a Ponzi scheme. And not only just her, about 10 to 12 of my family members, maybe more. And I'm just afraid that they're not going to get their money out. And this is what happens when you are desperate, fall for anything, don't believe in anything, you know? You got to be able to make better decisions in life, especially when it comes down to finances. You know what I mean? And people don't care. People are looking to make money any way possible. They tell you if you go down this road, they're going to give you $1,000. If you know that's impossible, don't believe the hype, because all you're doing is giving away your generational wealth to someone else that's probably has a yacht. You know, he's probably in Africa or Switzerland, traveling around the world with your income and taking advantage of your family members that are really trying to help you. So here's a little bit of a recap. So before my mom actually got into the investment, we went to a seminar just like this and listened to the spiel. But after my mom told me she was going to invest, I actually went back to the seminar the next day, which was 2 days later, because I wanted to see if the message was going to change, were the people different. And just like I thought, a lot of the people that are in this room right now, they were in this room a couple days ago with me and my family. And it was very strange, because it's almost like they needed fillers to fill in the room where they have different people. Also, look at the color, look at the minority, man. It's just us in here, man. That's another thing that I talked about in this video, is that they want to signal out different groups of people that they want and think they need money, man. And that's sad to do this to your own people. Stay vigilant, man. Let's stop these scams like this from happening more and more. I'm big on AI, and I use AI each and every day, and I just use AI for so many different things. So I took it to ChatGPT and I said, hey, I want to know, ChatGPT, is this company LSSC whatever a scam? And look what ChatGPT told me. And this is the information that I passed on to my family, and they still thought I was crazy. I wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to invest $10,000 into this business called LSSC. It's a scooter rental business. I went to a seminar about it yesterday. Do you think that's a good place for me to invest $10,000?
All right, let's get straight to the point. If you want my candid take, it hinges on due diligence. Let's circle back to the fundamentals: market demand, competitive landscape, and the company's financials. If LSSC has strong traction and a sustainable edge, it could be a game changer. But if it's shaky,
search the web and see what you can find out about them.
all right, here's the lowdown. According to recent findings, LSSC might be more smoke than fire. The Better Business Bureau is throwing up red flags, suggesting it's potentially a scam with no real scooter operations, and earnings that rely on recruiting new users. In corporate speak, this investment's risk profile just skyrocketed. My advice, let's pump the brakes on this one and explore a more transparent, high-integrity opportunity for that 10K.
Mind-blowing, right? ChatGPT, the master computer, and the Better Business Bureau are places, and Google are places that you can search to ask about your investments to see if they're really scams or they're really businesses. You need to know, and you can find out through ChatGPT and the Better Business Bureau. This company that my family got into, they were red flagged over both, and I tried to share this information. So first things before you get into any scam, please check those two platforms to see if it's worth investing into, because 9 times out of 10, the information is there if it's real or not. Now let me show you the aftermath. I want to say I reported my mom entering into the scam July 10th or something like that, or she was going to be putting her money in there. I want to say by the 20th, her money was in there, and by the 22nd, 2 days after she put her money in there, man, the scam was finished. People couldn't withdraw any money. About 55 people in the group couldn't get their money out. The company started to tell them that they were having problems moving around the money, and because of they're in the US, and because it's crypto, and because it's this, and because it's that, and because this and that. They just started making so many stories, and now they're telling people to get their money out. This is going to be the last thing. Now they're telling people to get their money out. You would need to send them 10% more money. So if you have an account with $5,000, they're telling you that you need to send them 500 to get your money out. 10% of what you have in there. That's like almost going into your bank and telling your bank, hey, you have 10,000 of my money and I want to get it out, and they're telling you to get your money out of the bank, you got to pay the bank 10% to get your money out. Why would I need to be paying you guys to take out money that belongs to me? It makes no fucking sense. And the crazy part is people are feeling like they're forced to pay this money to get their money out. And that's another way on how they play on your mental to make you feel like, oh, if you don't give them this money, then you're not going to get your money out that they say is in this account and blah, blah. Man, it's all a fucking scam, man. It's bad. You know what I mean? The way they play with your mind. Just yesterday, I made a video about the Ponzi scheme, and already today, there's 55 people saying that they can't get their money out, and as low as people can't even withdraw $15 from this thing. My mom is one of the people. It's a sad story, but it is what it is. And right now, I'm going to break it to her that the Ponzi scheme has started, and people can't get their money out, and she just got in 2 days ago.
Wow.
Okay. Well, sad to say, the jig is up.
What jig?
The scam.
Okay, what happened?
It's popped already. Nobody not getting paid.
Yeah, because they wrote a letter today saying that the system that they were using is giving them problems.
Yeah.
So they say that
This
when
big
you
company.
sign up,
This big company has been already all over the world doing this business.
they have problems. So they
The
say
thing
when
that
you sign up, like me who didn't sign up to, like they tell you what to sign up on to get the money. So they say you have to go into PC, whatever, something. They sent a notice today. They say the people who, what they want them to do, they want them to go and sign up on that other thing.
Okay, then what?
Yeah.
But they have not yet relinquished any fund towards my company.
Right.
And I invested this amount with them. So soon as I open a bank account this Friday, now I'm going to go to Denver and find out how can I now my company.
The sad reality is that I tried everything I could, man, in my power to change some of my family members' mind about what they were going to invest into. Not only showing them the facts, but just, telling them the pros and cons and just trying to lay it all down for them of how I thought it just wasn't a good option. And they overlooked it all, man. And I felt so bad because, I could have saved them money, but I just couldn't. And I created this video so that way maybe if you know somebody that may be maybe getting wrapped up into something like this, maybe trying to invite you to some meetings, maybe trying to get you to invite some other people to some meetings, or it doesn't have to be this type of scam. If you think that something feels scamish, don't go against what your heart is feeling. Like, go towards the logic of what you feel and know is true. Don't think about the fantasy of what could come from this, because sometimes when we live in a fantasy reality, we make bad decisions in what we truly desire. So if you truly desire money, sometimes thinking that you're going to get some money, it will make you to have a bad decision that ultimately could take you further away from the goal that you desire. So if you know someone that is maybe thinking about doing something like this, or is talking about things of this nature, send them this video, because I even had family members that wouldn't pick up the phone for me because the group told them that I wasn't good for the culture of their business, and they shouldn't probably talk to people like me because I'm being too negative. Don't fight the feeling, man. It will save you money. It will save you resources as well, man. It will save you time.